We're checking out the Marvel Collector Corps June 2016 Women of Power box by Marvel x Funko. Welcome to It Came From a Box. I'm Sergio I Am, and finally we have a box showcasing some of the badass women from the Marvel Universe. Very excited to see what's inside, so let's get to the table. I don't know why I said it that way, I'm sorry. So there's the box, Women of Power. I can read. Let's open it up. So there, we don't have comic panels, although they look like panels, but we do have our Women of Power all throughout. And then here are our first two items. Now we're going to open it up, lay everything out so you can see it, and then we'll go one at a time. Alright, so everything's laid out. Let's go one thing at a time. As always, we will start with our patch. Featured in the patch this time, we have Miss Marvel, and due to her costume, I'm about 100% sure it's the new version, Kamala Khan, the latest lady to take over the Miss Marvel name. Big fan of that classic-looking costume, and great patch. I love her pose, very energetic and fun. And next up, for the pin, we have Spider-Woman, and it looks like the first version of her, which is Jessica Drew. And I called it before, this pin looks identical to the first few they've released, so now my collection looks weird and off. Sad face. Insert sad face. Really cool pin, her hair looks crazy. She looks like she's in a metal band almost. Moving on to our shirt, we have a black on gray Spider-Gwen. And how do I know that? Because it says it right there, hence the little spider as well. You see, you can't get it wrong. I'm really glad to see a more illustrated yet minimalist version instead of just a featured character or characters in Funko Pop form all over the place with a bunch of random colors. Don't get me wrong, that's fun, but I do like having these in between. I would definitely rock this, but I'm sure my wife is gonna love this one as well. So yes, Civil War II, issue number 1. It's a variant cover, clearly, because they're Pops. The cover is way more exciting than the previous one with Captain America and Black Panther fighting each other. We have a very explosive, energetic mood with Carol Danvers as Captain Marvel in the center, which makes sense due to the series, of course. And I'm pretty sure that's Thor to the left and Elektra on the right, Spider-Woman on the top left, and so this is a little weird. We have Miss Marvel on the top right, but that's the Carol Danvers version. So we actually have her, she's on here twice, which doesn't make much sense, but I'm guessing they wanted to show more content relating to the comic itself, which, by the way, I'm not finished reading this. I'm not even halfway through yet, the Civil War series too. But great comic so far, by the way, in case you're curious to start. And I'm sure this will start that road for many people, which will be a treacherous one. There's a lot of content going out there. So we're actually going to leave our Pop for last this time, and let's look at what we got here, these minifigures. So in this box, we actually have 2 mystery minis, and they're not really that mysterious considering we know what's inside. Clearly this is She-Hulk. It says vinyl bobblehead, so they're tiny little bobbleheads. We had this for the Ant-Man box. And right here, that's the series for these two, I'm guessing, which this completes the series, clearly. So let's open it up. By the way, I do want to mention, this box is very bland. There's not much to it. So there's our She-Hulk, and unlike Funko Pops, we have more expression in the face, and she's definitely hulking out in this pose. Looks really good, actually. I like these. They're just pretty much mini bobbleheads. And the bobble's on point. Look at that bobble, guys. Check out that bobble. Okay, sorry. Let's put her down, get to the next one. And next up, we have Captain Marvel herself. And I love her pose. Her hair looks really great, too, by the way. There's a lot of detail on there. And as you can tell, she's sort of pulling off a Mario here with the Mario amiibo, because she has like fireballs in there. At least they look like fireballs and not like her fists are on fire. And she looks extremely energetic. Love the colors on both of these, actually. I'm glad we got a full set. And yeah, these actually look really nice. Finally, we have our Pop. Originally, I thought we would have a Spider-Gwen variant, because she's an awesome pop right now, by the way. It looks beautiful, and that's what I thought we'd get in the box, but we got something that I personally am more in love with, and that is Squirrel Girl. Marvel has a few characters in their universe that are just either, they come off as one-shots, but in the last decade, we've seen these come back, and they actually matter now, which is awesome. I think there's a lot to these comics. They're very fun and different, and it actually helps ground the universe that Marvel has established, in my opinion. Another one that's just like Squirrel Girl, Howard the Duck. I grew up watching the movie, which I thought was just ridiculous, but as a kid, I loved it. And then I found the comics, and I think the recent version of them are amazing. I just love those kind of style of comics. And actually, this pop from Howard the Duck is actually really good, so go check that out, guys. And it's going to go really well with this Squirrel Girl. This character has gained a sort of cult following. People either, like I said, hate her or love her. Either way, I'm glad to see Marvel embracing these sort of minor characters because, like I said, it helps ground the universe. Not everyone out there is the most powerful superhero, and this is a great example of that. You'll also notice that right behind the exclusive Marvel Collector Core sticker is a little squirrel, and that is Tippy Toe, whose powers include, well, actually none. It's just a squirrel. How awesome is that, by the way? That's literally the description if you look her up. So let's see the side here. Squirrel Girl 144. Let's check out the back of the series. See, there's a Spider-Gwen I was mentioning. She-Hulk, Captain Marvel, Spider-Gwen Unmasked, Spider-Gwen Unhooded, Captain Marvel Masked. So not that creative there, I suppose. Very happy to see her in this mix, though. She's definitely a woman of power. Another thing I was thinking about was this probably wouldn't sell that well if they had it outside of the Marvel Collector Core. So this is probably a great way for them to sneak in a character that normally no one would pay attention to unless, of course, you're a major fan of. So let's open it up and see those details. All right, so here she is in full detail. Love her little nose right there, the Funko eyes with the eyelashes. There's her little headband with the squirrel ears. She has the little acorns on her earrings right here. Lots of detail. There's actually 2 tones to that color on the earring. It is a bobblehead, of course. Well, actually not of course, because not all of them are bobbleheads. And there's a little bit of paint right here. No big deal, I guess. The tail is actually 2 parts. The mold is the body with this piece of the tail right here, and then the other half is glued on. And I believe they're on the same level, so when you have this standing, the tail will touch, which helps with balance. Great color. Love the actual mold. She looks awesome. I love her. Great, great job. Then we have Tippy Toe. This reminds me a lot of the Ant-Man box where we had the mini Ant-Man as well, because this is also a bobblehead, as you can see right there, which barely bobbles. You can't even see inside. You can't see the spring right in there. But it definitely bobbles in some way. Very tiny. Very cool looking. There's a little bow right there. In the back, we can even see that it's Marvel. And I can't even read that. Funko. Lots of text. Lots of detail for a small little mold like this. So there you go. I honestly think the content of this box is extremely necessary. I have a 4-year-old daughter, and she notices that all the big superheroes out there tend to be dudes, but I'm glad to see them highlighting the women that are taking over the current Marvel universe and doing a great job at it. So as always, let me know what you think about this box, what you loved, hated, or wish they included, and I'll see you for the next one. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video or have any questions, make sure to let us know in the comments below. Now, if you want to support the channel and help us out, feel free to click that thumbs up button and subscribe for more content. Of course, if you want to follow us and interact with us, you can do so on Twitter, Facebook, and a bunch of other sites, which I'll put down below. Thank you so much. My name is Sergio IM, and I'll see you guys for the next box.